Nothing spreads holiday cheer like a fully trimmed and decorated Christmas tree. In past years, the Ridge Art Association has put on a full showcase to display some of these great, beautiful trees in various locations in Winter Haven, including the Orange Dome. Well, the dome is no more, but that doesn't mean that you can't experience the Festival of Trees again this year. It just means it's spread throughout the city of Winter Haven. Here to tell us about this abbreviated version of the Festival of Trees, we have Christy Hemingway, the Executive Director of the Ridge Art Association. Welcome to the show, Christy.
Hi, how are you?
So tell me what people can expect to see with this year's festival.
Well, actually this year we only have trees at participating locations, but from the sponsors of the businesses who have been so gracious to give us money to come out and work on the trees there. In the past, we've had all the trees at one location. We've had kids events, we've had gingerbread villages, we've had lots of things for people to come and see and be more interactive. So this year it's just kind of trees around through downtown.
Okay, so what are the different locations that people can see?
We have Ken Rogers' office, which is Bright Smiles of Winter Haven. They have a kind of astronaut theme in there, and it's a pediatric dentist's office. So they have kind of an astronaut kind of theme going on, space, and so the kids from one of the schools in Lake Wales, and I can't think of the name right now, I apologize, did some decorations, and there were gingerbread men that were astronauts and stars and different things. So the teacher came and helped me, and we decorated that tree. Then we moved on to Hill Nissan and did a tree there, which is bright colors of a bright green and red versus a traditional green and red. And then there's one at the Fiat dealership. And there's one at Dodge Chrysler Jeep on Cypress Gardens Boulevard. And then tomorrow I'm decorating the one at Dodge Chrysler Jeep at Posner Park. So we keep going there. There's also a tree at Bernie Little that I did out of various cans. Can I say Budweiser on the air? Budweiser cans that we built this tree there, but it's, I think, in a private office over there. So I don't think that's really open to the public. But
all right, so are these trees all inside the offices, or are they outside? Can people just drive by?
They're like in the showrooms. So
okay.
Yes, lobbies, showrooms. So whatever business hours of that particular business would be a good time for you to go by and see them and just say, hey, I stopped in to see your business because of the Festival of Trees. That's a wonderful thing to do because it helps support us and it helps the businesses continue to know that the arts in our area are important.
Well, that leads into my next question. So how did you choose these specific locations?
I didn't choose. It's who chose to donate money to Ridge Art to be able to do that. Mostly sponsors of past events or who have worked with us with Festival of Trees in the past. Okay. And every year it changes just a little bit as to who participates and who doesn't. But mostly we want to keep that money coming on a continual basis so that when we do have a new building, we can bring it back bigger and better and go back to a more full event with, entertainment and fun events for the kids.
And is there anything in the works for next year, or are you gonna?
Well, I'm, still waiting on a location for us to move to
so
because that kind of changes. We had the dome. Now the dome's gone, and the complex was going, and then the complex is staying, and then the complex is going, and at the moment it's staying, but I may not still be there. So it's just figuring out what the future is for. And what works best for the city of Winter Haven.
So what are the dates for these events? How long are the trees?
The trees are up and they'll be up through Christmas.
Okay.
So maybe a few days after, depending on whichever business. I'm Lutheran, so mine stays up through through the beginning of January, but not through, yeah.
So how did the Ridge Art Association become involved with the Festival of Trees? I know that it's had the festival has had different reincarnations throughout the years.
Okay, well, how it began in the very beginning was that I was in junior league I got in junior league in the early 80s, I think, and stayed in for 13 years. Well, while I was there, we started Festival of Trees. We started out originally in the complex, in the gym, and expanded, and then from there we went out to the Maxi Center when the showcase was out there. And then after that, they moved to the old Winter Haven Mall for a year and then out to Cypress Gardens, and then it just kind of, I guess, lost interest or whatever, and they just kind of stopped it. I was not in junior league at that point. I was in for 13 years. And then it was quiet for a while, and then the Florida Citrus Showcase came to me and said, let's partner and start the Festival of Trees again. So we did. I think that was 2004, and we started it again and had it a couple years there, and then downtown. And then one year we had it at the new Winter Haven Airport right when they opened, and that was kind of special too. It's a beautiful building out there.
It is. Well, does the Ridge Art Association have anything else going on for the holiday season or coming up in January?
We have a black and white show up that started Saturday, and it is up through December 16th. Everything in there is black and white. It's the old joke of black and white and red all over. So some people take that seriously and play on words or do things like that. But we give away over $25,000 a year in prize money to local artists, and people come from across the state, and sometimes people mail stuff from outside the state. But it's good. It's wonderful. Our gallery is free, so you can come anytime. And we're open 12:30 to 4 in the afternoons, and then we open in the evenings and in the weekends 1 hour prior to the theater performances, so that the audiences can come through, and then if people work and they want to come through and see something specifically, they can come then.
All right, and how can somebody get more information about participating in the exhibits or just
ridgeart.org. 291-5661, or come by and see me in the afternoons. Like I said, we do 7 shows a year in the gallery. We have an aviation show up at the Winter Haven Airport, and we have a show called Faces and Places that's up at City Hall right now in Winter Haven. So you can go through and see those exhibits as well. They are year-long exhibits at those 2 outer places.
All right. Well, this sounds great, and I bet that the Christmas trees look beautiful. I can't wait to see some of them. And now, is it too late to get in on this to add your own Christmas tree?
If you want one, we'll figure out a way to do it. They're all live trees.
Oh, okay.
So we have live trees, and in the past, we used to, of course, have them at Festival of Trees, and then we'd wrap them with plastic and bring them to your business and deliver them and put them up. But since we're abbreviated, I am going to the places and putting up the trees and starting from scratch there. So.
All right. All right, well, that is the abbreviated Festival of Trees in the city of Winter Haven. There are there are trees at Bright Smiles of Winter Haven on 1st Street, Hill Nissan on Cypress Gardens Boulevard, Dodge Chrysler Jeep of Winter Haven on Cypress Gardens Boulevard, Fiat of Winter Haven over on Avenue K behind the stables, and Jeep Chrysler Dodge at Posner Park on Highway 27. There is absolutely no charge to come and view the beautiful trees. All you got to do is just drop by during normal business hours. For more information on the Ridge Art Association or any of their events, contact them at 291-5661 or visit ridgeart.org.